Boyfriend is no longer sure if he still doesn't want children. My boyfriend, M37, and I, F29, have been in a relationship for 7 months and I really, really like him. He is an amazing person whom I would love to build a future with. There is just one problem. We are, maybe, no longer on the same page regarding having children or not. I have been very honest from the start. I can't have biological children and I am not interested in adoption. I am going to live a child-free life, with lots of nieces and nephews, and I am okay with that. When we met, it wasn't an issue for my now boyfriend. As he said back then, if I really wanted children I am sure I would have some by now. However, a few months ago this attitude changed. Suddenly he went from that to, I'm not sure what I want and I was actually hoping you would change your mind over time, just in case. This made me very upset since I've never indicated I would someday reconsider my decision to not have children. At that time we had already started planning a vacation in August in another country. We'll be hiking and have both spent a lot of money on new gear and are both super excited about going, so we decided to not make any decisions regarding our relationship until after the vacation. He promised that when we are back he will have made up his mind on whether or not a life without children is a deal breaker after all. I just find really difficult for me to wait for his decision even though it was a mutual agreement that we wouldn't discuss it further until after the vacation. At the same time I don't want to push him as I think it's understandable that he needs time to really think about it. He has told me that he can't imagine being with anybody else, and neither can I, which makes it even more heartbreaking. Would it be fair to demand an answer before the vacation, or should I give him some time and wait as we agreed? Sorry for my broken English, I'm not a native speaker. Edit. Some of you are wondering why I can't have biological children. I am on medication that cause harm to the fetus and as a result of that I decided to get a sterilization 5 years ago. It gave me a sense of control over my body and I've never regretted that decision. Too long did not read. My boyfriend is no longer sure if he still doesn't want children. Just remember that if you don't want any kids, having one kid is not a compromise. It's over, delay the inevitable for a fun vacation though. Kids are not something to compromise with. That's a serious thing and if you want to be child-free but he doesn't, then you're doing yourself any favors. You or him. You need to have a serious sit-down. If he's not okay with child-free, then tell him goodbye. Kids are not compromises. He wants you to change your mind even though you have gone through a procedure to make it so you can't have children. Is he stupid? I understand the changing of your mind. When I was younger, I really wanted to become a mother someday. However, I discovered that I am infertile due to medical reasons and eventually decided that I would live my best child-free life. I adopted a dog and I have a cat which is more than good enough for me. Dump him and find someone who is more in line with your wants, needs and understands that you went through a procedure to make sure you never have kids. Grow up and tell him how you feel rather than ask random people. If you don't want children, tell him and move on. If not, make him a happy father and at least try. The relationship is so new you haven't even spent a year together. You should start to think about the fact that you were very upfront with him and he thought you would change your mind. I'd maybe look back and see if there's any other signs that he may not be perfect. Enjoy the vacation but don't feel like this is your only hope. There's lots of lovely people who will take what you say seriously. Why would you want to bring a child into this world to begin with? Probably the worst decision you could ever make at the present time. Guy sounds lame. Run. Info. Does he understand that infertility, sterilization, is a physical reality and not an opinion you can change? How exactly does he think you're going to change your mind on literally not being able to bear children? Run for the hills, 7 months isn't worth it.